right, Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Houston Texans. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Set. 19. Watch Mike. 19. It's our time.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Hey, right 52.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
You gonna smoke in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson is going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Shit.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Schaefer. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schaefer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 24. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Check.
On the draw play, Coleman. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Ready. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Watch the pass.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
You ain't doing nothing.
This a give to Mack running to the right. Room here to run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, interception.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Come on.
To throw again. Schaefer under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schaefer. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Equanimous St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
So don't say nothing.
Chef.
Here's Coleman on the draw. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put him in command before intermission.
Yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch that. Topper.
From the gun, Schaefer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And picked up by the Chargers. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
$40, 40, 19, Mike, 49.
I got you, son. I got you.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. And Thomas has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Alert, alert! You can't block me. You can't block me.
It's Coleman here, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yep. Go, go. The mic, 41.
Throwing again. Schaefer on the screen. This is Eckler. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
To throw on 3rd down. Schaefer taking a shot for Samuel. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
A minute 52 to play until halftime.
Let's do this.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, 31. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Check pass. Check pass.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Take four, take four. Hey, 24.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready, ready.
55. Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, high 7.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
On 1st down, Schaefer. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here.
41's the mic. Check 41.
You must be dreaming.
Mike, 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? Yeah.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Mike, 51.
Off play action. Schaefer. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Go out. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Ready. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken it around the 40. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now they run from the gun with Gordon, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's what I do. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Check.
49, guys. Mike, 49. I got wide. Shift.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a big one there for the Chargers, and even 60 yards for him on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. 8-3. I'm gonna run you over. Go.
Go get him.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55.
Here we go.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Double tight. Double tight. Odd. 3 down. Odd.
Now Gordon on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 2nd and 12, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson, he finds his tight end Howard. That's complete, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's our time.
Off the play fake. Schaefer finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Schaefer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Schaefer, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Back to throw. Schaefer. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Jim, Orbit. Hey! Hit it.
From the gun, Schaefer. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Back to throw. Schaefer rolling to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Ready. 41 Mike.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles